most of you have heard of it. I don't know if you really know what that is. ORAC. And I have a nice little flyer that's going to list the top 25 essential oils ORAC value. ORAC, which stands for oxygen, radical, absorbance, capacity. It's a whole lot. I mean, that's why they call it ORAC. ORAC. Oxygen's radical absorbance capacity. Now, tell me what does that mean? It means how much potential does that product have in neutralizing free radicals in your body? So it's big. ORAC value is significant, and it's important because it is the number that tells you how much work that product will do in the antioxidant category as far as removing and neutralizing free radicals in your body. And I think last week or not last week, but week before last or sometime, we talked about free radicals and how they are the culprit for the beginning of every disease that we have. So the ORAC value of essential oils as well as foods, and I have two flyers, one's for essential oils and one's for foods. The ORAC value is very, very important because the higher the number, the greater job that product does. So ORAC value has been a little discredited within the last 3 or 4 years because essential oils and foods are not always consistent, okay? These ORAC values are of Young Living essential oils. They're not of Targets or Walmarts or other brands. So because there were so many different brands of oils and there was so much difference in the quality of food, the idea of the ORAC value lost popularity. It's still real, it's still pertinent, and we know what the ORAC value is with Young Living products. So keep that in mind. The highest ORAC value in the berry family, of course, is wolfberry. And that is one of the reasons that Gary chose wolfberry to infuse in so many products, to put in our Ninja Red, to grow and freeze dried so that we could have them. Wolfberry is in many, many products. And that's the reason for that. It's because it has the highest berry ORAC value of anything that Young Living has. So drinking Ninja, eat your wolfberries. I was on a class one time years ago when Gary said 18 wolfberries a day cleans out your free radicals. So of course I don't count out 18, but if you're a counter and if you're a green and you have to have everything precise, he says that 18 will do it. So get you 18 wolfberries every day. And I am always surprised at how inexpensive those wolfberries are. But get a whole big bag of them for a very, I can't remember, but a small price. Now, the invitation to this class tonight had a beautiful picture of Thieves and the 5 components that make this blend. Clove, cinnamon bark, rosemary, eucalyptus, and lemon. Those are our 5 blends that are put together to make this wonderful product. For you that don't know, or for you brand new people, Rosie and maybe Carol and anybody else that might be kind of new, the Thieves story is quite interesting. The first time I heard it, I thought it was maybe a folklore kinds of things, but it's well documented that in the 15th century, during the bubonic plague, there were 4 salespeople that had a cart that went from town to town with dried herbs and some fragrant perfumes. Not many oils, but a few oils, but mainly dried herbs and fragrances. And during the plague, when people were dying in the masses, much more than COVID, these 4 gentlemen would steal from their bodies. They would take their jewelry, their money, anything of value, because Family members and people in the community were frightened by these people because this disease was so deadly. These four got rich just stealing from the dead, hence the name thieves. They were thieves, and they were found. And back in the day, that crime was punishable by death, and the death was to be burned alive, if you were found guilty of thieves. And these four men were obviously guilty. They were extremely rich for the day, and people knew that they were the four that had done it. So they were brought before the judge of the day. I think he had a different name, but he was the decision maker. And he said to them, everyone wants to know why you four didn't get sick and die when you repeatedly touched and were around the bodies of the people with this plague. And they began to tell him the story of how they had dipped certain herbs and oils and put in their handkerchief and on their hands and coated their bodies, and had entered homes and had been exposed, and something about what they had done had saved their lives. That was all documented. In the 15th century, that was well documented, exactly what these four people said. Nobody thought a whole lot about that. But of course, when Gary Young heard the story, he thought a lot about it. He got the records, had them interpreted, pulled out the products that they use, and he began to work with them in the Young Living laboratory. What he found is when he put those particular things together, that it made a concoction that was extremely, extremely potent, and that he saw that it did take care of even plague type illness. He named the product Thieves and immediately had it patented. And the end of that story is a little tragic, because the judge had told the four thieves, you tell me how you did this and I will not burn you. And so, of course, they were really quick to be forthcoming with all the information. And so when they got it all and it was documented, the judge had them hanged, all four of them. So much for those four thieves, but at least they didn't burn alive, but he did kill them by hanging. So hence the story of thieves. Let's talk for just briefly about the first two ingredients in thieves, and I'm going to talk to you about those, because I know if you were here week before last, you're going to understand exactly what I'm talking about. And that is clove and cinnamon bark, which are both phenols. And we learned all about phenols a couple of weeks ago. That is the similarity of clove and cinnamon bark. They're both phenols. Clove comes from the buds and the flowers and the stems of the clove, and the cinnamon bark just comes from the bark itself. Cinnamon bark comes from the bark of the cinnamon tree, and clove comes from the whole cinnamon, practically, the flowers and the buds and the stems. The two things that they have in common, again, are they're both phenol. They have very high ORAC numbers, okay? The ORAC number of clove, I had to write it down because I want to make sure, 314,446 is the ORAC value of cloves. Let me make sure I read that right. I did. And clove was first documented in writing by the first herbalist ever that put things in writing, and that was in the year of 1098. And she wrote about clove in her very first writings. Of course, she didn't realize that it has the highest ORAC value of any essential oil. That's what makes it so powerful. Now, cinnamon bark, on the other hand, it has a lesser ORAC value of 10,340, but that is very, very high. Cinnamon bark is just way out of proportion from every other oil. One of the reasons that we use and we talk about clove oil so much. If anybody's sitting here tonight and you don't have one, that is an absolute, positively a must for your oil kit. You must have a clove oil. It's very good if you have a cinnamon bark too. If you have the blend of Thieves, yes, you have both of those. But individually, you're getting full strength clove and cinnamon bark. I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about the other similarities of phenol groups. If you'll remember, phenols are the group that cause the environment of the cell to become very unfriendly. Okay, now I'm not saying the word kills, because we don't say oils kill anything. I'm going to tell you that these two oils make the environment of the cell so very unfriendly that they will leave. I'm talking about viruses, bacteria, funguses. All will decide to leave the area because the environment is so powerful. That has to do with the ORAC value. The ORAC value is what? It neutralizes. And so germs and viruses and bacteria and funguses that come to the cell don't want to stay in that environment. I gave an example of this last Monday, I think, at the class, and that is, how does that happen? Be very careful that you don't use the word kills, because that's a non-compliant word, and we're not non-compliant in the oils away group. We're not talking about killing, we're talking about making an unpleasant environment. And the example of that would be, if you have in-laws, say your cousin from Tennessee wants to come and visit, and you know that this cousin always stays way too long. She eats up everything you have. She makes a mess. You love her. She's your cousin, and you want to see her, but you want to see her for a short period of time. What do? You make the environment unpleasant. Cousin Sally needs to have an unpleasant environment so that she'll leave. You may say, Cousin Sally, my stove has quit working. She gets that look in her eye. Just like viruses and bacteria and fungus do when they run into that environment of the cell. Or you could say, you know what? The air conditioner just went out, Cousin Sally. I know you want to get on home. I'm so sorry that you got to leave, but the air conditioner's out. And so I know you just want to get out of this environment. It is too hot in here. The same thing happens to every cell when you get clove and cinnamon bark on that cell. The environment's just not pleasant, and those things want to leave. That is the medical overview of clove and cinnamon bark that is in Thieves. There's another aspect of clove that no one talks about, and that is clove actually has a spiritual and an emotional side to it. And it has been found that to support emotions, it can be uplifting at times. And some people absolutely use it for that purpose. The majority of us use it for immune system and immune system support. But there are people with good reason that will use clove for emotional support. The same thing is true with cinnamon bark. And I found this to be very interesting in some research that I did a couple of years ago. I'd forgotten about it until yesterday when I was thinking about this. One of the things that cinnamon bark does that is that it will attack negative emotions and actually remove them from your person and replace them with positive thoughts. Nobody I know uses cinnamon bark for that reason, but just think how powerful that is and how exciting it is to know that. Clove and cinnamon, two hot oils that we know make unpleasant environments, also have some emotional benefits. Okay, we also have rosemary in our Thieves, and let me just point out a little fact here. Rosemary is the reason that we don't use a lot of Thieves with children. People think it's a clove or it's cinnamon bark, but it's actually the rosemary that's in the Thieves that causes us to be hesitant with children. Children, it really, now you can dilute it very well and you can put a little on the bottom of their feet, but children under 3 do not need to have a lot of exposure to these. I know mothers that just douse them down and, you know, that's their child, but I'm just saying from a health perspective, Thieves should be extremely diluted when you use it around children, and it should be only applied to the bottom of their feet. And it's because of the rosemary in there. The rosemary has some good properties of its own. Rosemary is a great liver cleanser. It also is a good GI. I would have never thought about rosemary as being a good GI oil, but it is for all kinds of GIs, bloating, indigestion, diarrhea, nausea, all the GI symptoms. Rosemary is excellent for your hair, for your nails. It's good for your skin. Rosemary is. If you'll remember, well, a couple of years ago, we had maybe even last year, we had a good class on hair. And one of the things that Darlene said is rosemary is wonderful for the scalp. It's good. It prevents dandruff. It helps flaky skin, and it also promotes hair growth. And it's in a lot of the hair products. But the big thing that I like about rosemary, I like all the things, but the reason that I have rosemary, and here it is, rosemary, is that it increases your brain function. It is an excellent, excellent oil for short-term memory. Lord only knows. I need some help with short-term memory and long-term memory, but an increase in brain function, okay, is another good benefit of using rosemary. It's also an immune stimulator. So it's big guns. It is not phenol. It's not going to make the unpleasant environment, but it does increase your immune system, does increase your brain. It's good for your skin, for your hair, for your nails, and it is a marvelous, marvelous product. That's another one that you may want to get independent of everything else, is some rosemary, and start using a little rosemary every day. Okay, well, eucalyptus. Now, we all know what eucalyptus is because we all use eucalyptus, and we always say, Sherry Holbrook said, I just got cut out of the meeting. Who canceled me? Nobody canceled you, Sherry. Get back in. We all know that it's great respiratory. That's what it's renowned for. Eucalyptus comes from the tree. They don't use any limbs, any twigs, any branches, anything. Eucalyptus is strictly from the leaves on the tree. And there's several different kinds, and Young Living has 3 that we have in many, many products. And those 3 are generally always used in respiratory type situations. But there's other uses for eucalyptus. It is a great insect repellent. A great insect repellent. It probably should be diluted a little bit and put with some witch hazel if you want to spray it as an insect repellent. If you run out of Young Livings, you want to make your own, try some eucalyptus. It's also probably number 1 or number 2 single oil for fungus. And that fungus can be internally or external. But eucalyptus is well known for its great work in funguses. So, lemon. What can't you say about lemon? Most people have no idea how versatile lemon is, and they just use it for their tea and their water. It does many, many, many other things. Let me tell you. Who knows about the lemon product? Comes from the peel. You new people probably don't know that. Lemon oil does not come from the pulp of the lemon, like squeezing out the lemon juice. That's why our product is so much more potent than squeezing lemons. You would have hand cramp to try to squeeze enough lemon juice to get 1 drop of lemon oil. because our lemon oil comes from the peel, and it is cold pressed. It takes about 75 large lemon peels, cold pressed, to make one 15 milliliter bottle of essential oil. It's extremely uplifting. It's more than something for tea. It's very, very uplifting. Many, many people use it first thing in the morning to inhale, to just get their day started good. We know that it sterilizes kidneys, bladder, and urethras and bladder. Gives you a nice sterile environment in your GU tract. It is a linapene, okay? And a linapene is a very, very powerful product. It's a terpene. Now, lemon is not considered a phenol, but it is a terpene, and terpenes are very, very potent, very, very potent. We use lemon to polish furniture, to take sticky things off, tape that's left on. Anything that's sticky with glue or tape, lemon will remove it immediately. You can put it on a rag and remove scratches from your furniture. There's just tons and tons of cleaning things that you can do with the oil of lemon. It also increases collagen production. So think for a minute about what that is. You would never think, I'm sure, of putting lemon to your face, but it is a huge increasing in the production of collagen that around the eyes. Okay, of course you can't get too close to your eyes with pure lemon, but if you make your own facial serums and things, put a drop of lemon in there and improve the collagen effect that you have. So five products put together, one blend known as Thieves. So think for a minute of what you've just heard, and it's all in one bottle. It's all in one bottle. There's no wonder that it's a top seller with our company, and that we all love it. We all love it. That's what's going right now in my diffuser. I got some Thieves going. Thieves is going in our living room and in our dining room, in our kitchen, and in our bathroom. We got some Thieves going on here today. If I were to tell you that we had tea tree and Thieves going on, and I've increased my zinc and my vitamin C, would that bring anything to your mind? Anybody?
COVID.
Yeah. Yes. I hope y'all are all safe and everybody's been safe. We've had a couple of members that have COVID, and they're all doing well. They're all doing really well. Carrie and I have had a very close contact with COVID, and we're doing great. We're gonna just stay in for just a few days longer, but I'm feeling good. I'm not taking any chances, but because we're doing our Thieves, we're doing our tea tree. I'm doing my zinc. I'm doing my vitamin C. I'm staying hydrated, and we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. We have a family member that was just diagnosed about 4 or 5 days ago. So because we have been around her with a very close contact, we're gonna just protect everybody else. I have more concern for some other old sick friends of mine than I do for Carrie and I. But so take care of yourself, protect yourself, with your mask and your distancing, and don't forget your hand sanitizer. And we do all of that with Thieves. If you want to have a great mask, spray your mask with Thieves. It's wonderful. Now, our guest tonight is an exciting lady, and she's the first person that was posted on the Oils Away retreat page. I just saw today that they had the wrong topic, and I contacted Laura, and she's going to change that. Because Laura posted Nancy Frohn as teaching Thieves at the retreat, but she's not. This year, Nancy Frohn is going to be teaching new members, and it is a tremendous class, and you're not going to want to miss this class. This year, it's not going to be secluded. It's going to be a part of the big classroom. So we're going to have a new members class this year at retreat, and we're going to have an advanced leadership class this year. We've never done that before. We kind of cater to our new people. This year, we're going to cater to our new people as always, but I'm also bringing someone in with advanced knowledge of the marketing system and ranking up and talking to leaders. So we're going to have both. If you're brand new, you don't want to stay for the leaders class, you don't have to. And if you're a leader and you don't want to stay for Nancy's, that's okay too. I would advise you to stay for Nancy's because she does things differently than anybody else, and you're going to want to learn about it. So I have some speakers. I have gotten a commitment from a favorite of our team. She's not actually on our team. She will be one of two people that will be speaking from the outside. But I have gotten a verbal commitment from Lee Karsher. So all of you that know Lee and was there that's right, was there a few years ago and heard Lee Karsher, you probably can still have a tear. Lee Karsher is a great speaker. She's a great friend of mine. She's a marvelous leader, and she has committed to come and share her heart with us. And that will be a huge joy for everybody that attends. So I'm diligently working on this retreat. It is going to happen. It is going to happen. I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my soul. It is going to happen by November the 6th. We're going to say COVID what? And that's going to be the end of that. We're going to all be at the beach. We're going to all be in the sun. We're going to all be having a good time. I've got special things planned right now. So if you have not registered, please go ahead and do so. If there was an earthquake and Orange Beach fell off into the ocean and we did not have this event, everyone will get their money back. So go ahead and get your seat, get registered. We're going to have 100 seats only. So go ahead and register. And if something comes up, you absolutely, positively will get your money back. So let me introduce you just real quickly to my dear friend, a silver leader that is pushing 90 miles an hour for gold. She's got a lot going on, and she's an excellent teacher, and Nancy's going to share some things with us. So please welcome my good friend, silver leader, running for gold, Nancy Frohn.
Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a great evening and have had a great day. I have been very busy, but it's been a great day. And I am a Thieves fanatic. In my purse, I have Thieves mints. If you haven't tried them, you need to get them. They're wonderful. I also have a bottle of Thieves oil. Pardon? Somebody said something. Okay. Now, I carry the Thieves spray, and this is what I use. I do not use the hand sanitizer. I don't carry the sanitizer in the spray. I just use the Thieves spray. Now, let me tell you, if I walk in a restaurant and sit down and that table is not clean, it is going to be sprayed with Thieves. If I look at my flatware and it does not look very clean, it's going to be sprayed with Thieves, because you can spray Thieves and then you can eat off of it. So that's the wonderful thing about Thieves. And this is good for so many, many things. You're talking about insects. If you happen to be out and with people, or like at ball games or whatever, and you have insects, you get that Thieves spray out and just kind of spray it around you, the bugs will go away. Thieves will take care of that. And so it's a great spray. Now we're talking about spraying your mask. I have masks that I wear that I made, but I have one of these masks here just to demonstrate. When I wear my mask, I spray, when I put it on, I only spray the outside of the mask, because if you spray the inside of the mask, you've got clove and cinnamon bark, and they're both hot oils, and they may burn your face. So only spray the outside of your mask. At least that's what I do. Now, when I take that mask off, I spray the inside and the outside of that mask, and I hang it up until I get ready to use it again. I hang it in my car. It hangs on the little radio knob so it can dry properly. And that will love spray, the Thieves spray, if you haven't used it. I use it by the boatload. Now, see, that's in my purse too. My purse is so heavy I could use it as a weapon if somebody attacked me. So anyway, when I get up in the morning, I take my bath with Thieves soap. If you haven't used the soap, you'll love the soap.
Right.
Okay. In every bathroom in my house is the Thieves hand foaming soap. If you don't have it, get it. It's wonderful. Now they do have the new lemon hand foaming soap that is great, smells wonderful. I like the Thieves because I want the unfriendly germs to go away. So they have the refill bottles for the Thieves hand foaming soap. So when you buy your containers, your pumps, you don't have to rebuy those. All you've got to do is refill. So order your refills. Okay, then when I brush my teeth, I have the regular toothpaste and the whitening toothpaste. 1 week, I use the whitening toothpaste 2 times. The next week, I use it 3 times. Told, do not use the whitening every day. And so I don't. They say, I have sensitive skin and I don't want to get my gums in a mess because this whitening Thieves toothpaste is strong. So alternate, either every other day or a couple of times a week or whatever. And I have pretty white teeth. So also the Thieves mouthwash. Now that stuff is the bomb. It's good for your gums and it is good for your teeth. So you got nice clean teeth and you have no unfriendly germs there. If you get a cough or sore throat, they have the Thieves cough drops and they have the Thieves hard lozenges. If you have a cough, the cough drops are wonderful. If you're getting a bad sore throat, the hard lozenges are what you want to go with, okay? I have the Thieves liquid dishwashing like you would use in your sink to wash dishes in the sink. I have the Thieves dishwashing, the powder that you put in your dishwasher if you're not using it. And it has a tiny scoop in there and all you need is a scoopful. And it doesn't look like much in this little bag, but you will be amazed how long this little bag will last. Then I use the Thieves Household Cleaner. It comes in 2 sizes. If you don't think I have Thieves in my house, you just come see. Here is the small size, it's $22, and here's the large size, and I think this one's $87, something like that. The small one has 14.4 ounces, and the large one has 64 ounces. That's the reason that you want to sign up for Essential Rewards, is because you let your points accumulate, and when you want to get that big bottle of Thieves Household Cleaner, you've got points to buy it with. So that's the reason that you sign up for that. Okay, what I'm going to talk to you about today is cleaning your house using no chemicals, because that's the way we get so many free radicals is using household cleaners in our house. You've got Clorox, you've got Lysol, you've got this spray, you've got that spray. They all stink. They cause you respiratory issues and all kinds of things. And so you don't need to be cleaning your house. And plus your house smells so good. My first recipe that I'm going to share, and those a couple of years ago, I did this at the retreat. So I'm sharing recipes for some of you that already have these. But for the new people, this is something that you can take and use to clean your house. The first one I'm going to tell you about is Thieves Basic Cleaner. And the Thieves Basic Cleaner, you get a bottle like this. Make sure it's a hard plastic. And you can use plastic in this case because you are diluting it down. Now, if you were just pouring that Thieves Household Cleaner in there, you would not want to use hard plastic. You would need glass or ceramic or stainless steel. But doing this, you can use this plastic. And what I do is you can use 3 cups of water or 4 cups of water, whatever it'll hold, but use a cap full of the Thieves Household Cleaner per cup in this. Shake it up. This I keep under my sink. When I go in my kitchen to cook, I spray my counters down to make sure they're nice and clean and germ-free. This I keep to clean my house with. This is what I clean my bathroom countertops with. And when I do this, when I mix this up, oh Lord, what do I do with it? I put the spray on a label like this. See, this is has 6 labels on here. Well, I type that recipe on that label. I peel it off. I tape it on that bottle. Then I take heavy tape and put 3 layers so that water cannot get in there. So when you run out of this, your recipe is right on your bottle. The next recipe we're going to talk about is Thieves Deep Cleaning Scrub. And the Thieves Deep Cleaning Scrub consists of a 1/2 cup of Thieves Household Cleaner and 2 1/2 cups of baking soda. And I take a stainless steel mixing bowl. I put my baking soda in there and I pour my Thieves in and I mix it up really, really good. This little jar right here will hold that 2 1/2 cups. This is a glass jar because that Thieves Household Cleaner, it's going to have some moisture in it, okay? Put my label on here so when this runs out, I've got my recipe right there. I don't have to go get my recipe card out of my recipe box. Got it right there on the jar and I can mix it up. The lady that cleans my house, whenever she gets ready to, when she runs out of something, she just sets the jar or bottle or whatever it is on the counter and leaves it for me so that I can fill it, make it up for her again. All right, the next recipe card I'm going to talk to you about is Thieves Glass Cleaner. And Tina has got all of these recipes and she's going to post them with the, I don't know where she is, but anyway, she's going to post these with the video. Now, when I was making this glass cleaner and when I was looking at recipes and I got through with it, I thought, now, you know, I am number 1 dumb to be making a glass cleaner and putting oil in it. But I'm going to tell you what, if you want clean windows, clean mirrors, here's one called, wait a minute, there's the Thieves Basic Cleaner right there. And the next one we had was the, let's see, Deep Cleansing Scrub. We've had it.
I suggest anybody that wants this, just take a screenshot of it with your phone and we will try to post these in Oils Away too. So if you want to have it to print out. So yeah, just take a screenshot.
Okay, we've done that one. So if you can do the next one. That's the Deep Cleansing Scrub we just did. The Thieves Glass Cleaner has 1 capful of household cleaner. The glass cleaner right there. 5 drops of lemon oil, 1 teaspoon of white vinegar, and 3 cups of water. It's going to be in this same, mixed in this same type bottle right here. And I'm telling you, you have no smears, no smudges, nothing. But I also want to tell you to make sure when you clean, get you a microfiber rag to clean with. Paper towel will leave a residue on your windows and your mirrors. If you use the microfiber rags, you don't have that. So get your microfiber rag, and you can find those in the auto section like at Walmart because that's where you can find those easily. And that, oh my goodness, it's just wonderful. I think Marcia Miley's on here, and so she had been complaining forever about having mirrors that she never could get clean. So when I did finish this recipe, she's the first person I sent it to. And she sent me back a text pretty shortly after that and said she had the cleanest, prettiest mirrors she had ever had. So that's a good thing. All right, the next one we're going to have is fake, I call it fake bleach. because I don't want that bleach in my house, but I need something to help whiten. So what I do is I mix up 2 cups of hydrogen peroxide and 2 cups of water and 40 drops of lemon oil. Now, the way you use this fake bleach is you spray it on and let it sit for about 10 minutes. And then you're going to go and get that deep cleansing scrub that we had back at the beginning, and you're going to scrub with the deep cleansing scrub that's got the household cleaner and the baking soda, because that baking soda is going to help whiten and brighten things up too. So you use it after you sprayed that bleach on there. Your toilet bowls, everything is just gorgeous. Now, there is a toilet bowl cleaner too. It's the next one we're going to do. The toilet bowl cleaner has 2 drops of Thieves and 1/4 cup of baking powder, but I usually end up putting 3 to 4 drops of Thieves to that. To make a little small half-pint jar of this, just quadruple the recipe, and you can put as much Thieves oil in it as you want. Now, when I am doing my toilets, what I do is I take and dip out a little water so that that toilet line around your toilet bowl, I spray the fake bleach on there, and then I use this toilet bowl cleaner. Now, if you want to use the deep cleansing scrub, you can use either or. Now, these little pads right here that have this little scrub side to them, your sponge on one side and scrub on the other. This is what you're going to want to use, and that will help scrub your toilet bowls clean. Now, the deep cleansing scrub you're going to want to use in your bathtubs. Let me show you a little thing that I found that I just absolutely love. And this is in the auto section, because this is what you wash a car with. This is kind of rough and this is kind of smooth. You spray your fake bleach, you put your deep cleansing scrub right here. You scrub down your bathtub. Then this has got hold a lot of water. Then get your water on there, and then you can wipe all of that off, and it makes cleaning your tub and your shower twice as fast, because you've got such a big surface you're able to clean with. I love that thing. For the hardwood floors or cabinets or your furniture when you're dusting, I use the Thieves wood cabinet and furniture cleaner. And it consists of 1 capful of household cleaner, 10 drops of pine in this bottle, 1 cup of grapeseed oil, and 3 cups of water. Now, when you are using that, make sure you shake it up really well. Do not spray directly on your furniture. Spray it on your rag, rub it into your rag really, really good, and then dust your furniture. Because if you spray it on your furniture, you're going to have big wads of stuff here and there, and so spray it on the rag. Make sure you got the rag. You do not want the rag wet, wet, wet. Don't have it where it's soaking wet. Just spray a couple of squirts on your rag, rub it in, and dust your furniture with it. Last recipe I'm going to share with you is one called Carpet Refresher. I have no carpet in my house, so I don't use this, but I know people that do. They have smokers in their families, some have pets in their house, etc., that makes their carpet smell. So if you want to freshen your carpet and take the odor out of that carpet, you mix up 2 cups of baking soda and 15 drops of purification. Purification will remove the odor, and especially for if you have smokers, because if you got a smoker in the house, I think purification is the only thing I know of that will take an odor out, the smoking odor out. So you mix that up, you sprinkle it in your carpet, kind of work it down in the carpet so it'll get there, let it sit, and then vacuum it out. Then you will have a nice smelling room with nice clean carpet, and the purification has taken care of the cleaning and the baking soda. Those are my, Janie said I had about 30 minutes, and I think I've used about 30 minutes. So those are the recipes that I use to clean my house. People walk in my door and they say, whoa, your house always smells so good. The reason my house smells so good is I clean with essential oils and I keep diffusers running. And I wear essential oils. I was in a meeting all day today with a group of ladies, and when I walked in, they said, ooh, what is that you got on? It smells so good. And I said, it's essential oils. Are you interested? And I had carried one lady, she called me before we had the meeting and says, I want to buy so-and-so and so-and-so. And she has never, ever even talked to me about essential oils. She just found out I used them. So this is my first contact with her. So new customer. So anyway, I use a lot of essential oils personally. When I take a bath, I use the Thieves soap, but there is always essential oils in my bath water. I don't take a shower. I love to sit in the tub. So when I get in my tub is going to have essential oils in it, and I may change them up. It depends on what's going on with me at the time. Now, I've had a long, stressful day today, and then before I had this Zoom meeting, I had a teleconference call I had to do with the group, and so I've had a lot going on today. So I just went and got me some stress away, put it in my hands, rubbed some here, some on the back of my neck, some on my wrist, and inhaled, and oh my goodness, I'm not stressed at all. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice job, Nancy. I knew that you would. If I didn't know myself better, I gotta try to get back on here. Let's see. So how do I do this? Okay. We back? Are we on? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't know myself better, I'd want to clean, but I don't want to clean. But, hey, it makes you almost want to clean. That's the products are so good and things smell so. I do some intermittent tidying up, and it's all with these products. I heard this 2 years ago. I copied those recipes. They're in my laundry room. They're pasted on the door. When I open the door above the washing machine, there's all the instructions, because I can't remember from one mix to the next. But thank you, Nancy. That was absolutely a tremendous job, and I think everybody would agree. We all learned something. I feel cleaner already. I just feel good and clean. I want to tell you that if anybody here, leaders or builders that want to jump on to Carrie Foster's leadership group tonight, I have the number, and I think what I'll probably do, the best thing for me to do is just to put it in the chat. Put the number in the chat. So if any of y'all want to jump over there, Anna Reams is going to be teaching. She does a nice job. 3829, and I talked to them today and said we're going to be doing Thieves, but we might have a couple of leaders or a couple of builders that might want to jump on with y'all, and so feel free to do that if you'd like. That's Carrie Foster, who is our upline. She does a nice job, and Anna Reeves is a silver that's also pushing towards gold. So we've got some people that are still ranking up, doing a nice job, and we're pleased and happy for all of them. We've got great promotions this month, so look those over. We have some of y'all will remember Noel and Teresa Garner, who've were with us for several meetings. Teresa died Monday. She was had a struggling battle with a metastatic carcinoma, and it had encompassed her spine, and there was just no turning back with the severity of this disease. And so Noel called me last Monday. They're great oilers. They've just been introduced to oil in the last 90 days, but they're beautiful, sweet people, and we need to remember them. She had some, of course, she had lots of pain medicine going at the time of death, but Noel felt like that her greatest comfort came from her little nasal inhalers that we had made for her for rest. And he said that, you know, she used them until the day she died, and she had a very peaceful, she left here very peacefully. He woke up and he was holding her hand in bed, and she had died in her sleep. So we want to be remembering him, because we're a lovely couple. And he'll probably be back with us in a few weeks. So their name is Garner, and it's Noel and Teresa Garner. So we'll be remembering them. As always, we're family. That's what we are. Anybody want to unmute and make a comment? There, please feel free to do so.
Does anybody use for like an air freshener? I know, Gail, you have one in your bathroom.
I do. You know, I have that in the bathroom.
But what's the recipe you use?
Oh, you can use, sometimes I just use Thieves and water. Other times I use is it Evergreen alcohol?
Everclear.
Everclear. Liddy had gotten me some of that, and I put a little bit of that, some water, and Thieves, but it works great. It's a lot better than room, air fresheners that have all the chemicals in it. Janie, we got 25 members of Oil It Up on this Zoom call tonight.
Wow.
So I'm giving away a bottle of rosemary, a bottle of Thieves, and a Thieves toothpaste.
Yeah, we need to get Gail to tell us how she gets all our members in a COVID environment. Last Monday night, she had 36 people come out to a live meeting. She's doing.
They all just like to learn.
Yeah, and that's
and
it.
They all want to hear you.
No, they don't. It's not me. The leadership in Tennessee is over the top. Not just with Gail, but with Gail's leaders. You know,
He feeds us every month. That's why.
Well, she didn't feed you though last Monday night. We had a big crowd. But
I hadn't fed you since March.
Yeah. Gail Hill and Vicky and Janelle, and she's just got good leaders. Pam Pruitt's beginning to build. There's just a lot of good people up there.
Sherry Hunt, she signed a lot of people.
Hunt,
we just got a lot of good leaders.
Right. Like Sherry Strickland's group. There's a lot of good